Rate the Remake, part of a blast from the past. I'm Joe Bainline, putting NSYNC up against Johnny Kemp with the song Just Got Paid. The original artist, Johnny Kemp, from the album Secrets of Flying. The remake from NSYNC from the album No Strings Attached. Interestingly enough, that album was co-produced by the song's original co-writer, which is Teddy Riley. So, interesting little tidbit there. For those of you who don't know, we rate remakes on two criteria. One, is it true to the original? Two, does it bring it into the genre of the artist that's remaking it? I myself like to put in a third little snippet in there. What's the overall feeling of the person that is rating the remake? That's not written into law. What's written into ABFTP law is the two criteria: true to the original, genre of the artist that's remaking it. So the overall feeling, just in my opinion, gives it sort of a human element to the rating of this remake, so it's not so cut and dry. That becomes a problem at times, and other times it's actually the deciding factor of whether or not something is really high on the rotating thumb scale or really down at the 6 o'clock position. So let's tackle number one, true to the original. I noticed right off the bat that the intro is different in the remake. The original intro sort of fades in, but the remake, it's a cold intro. The guys come right on, harmonize, and then get into the groove. There are also a few lyrical changes in there. The original lyrics, the NSYNC changes some of them to booty shaking, and just little lyrics that are switched. There's nothing blatant, but it just they sort of switch the lyrics to fit their genre. So no big deal, but that's what I've noticed as far as it not being absolutely a carbon copy of the original, which is not something we want anyway, usually. So true to the original, there are no obvious changes. There are no blatant sound changes. It's the same sound as the original. So I'm going to go ahead and give a check mark with that. It is true to the original. As far as the second criteria, bringing it into the genre of the artist that's remaking it, it's sort of there already with the Johnny Kemp version. But I think NSYNC, formats it more for their sound, more for their audience. So I'm going to go ahead and give that a check mark as well. The overall feeling of this remake, I'm not over the moon with it. If it came on at a club, I'd probably, go out on the dance floor and dance to it. But as far as the rotating thumb scale readout that I have right now, it's over in the corner, plugged in because my battery is a little bit low on the rotating thumb scale. So I had to plug it into the outlet. If I can look real quick, it's about a 1030 on the rotating thumb scale, so not exactly at 10, not at 11. It's sort of in the middle, as far as 12 being the absolute best remake I've ever heard, and 6 o'clock being absolute trash. It comes in between about a 10 and an 11. Agree, disagree? What does your rotating thumb scale say about this Rate the Remake? You can let me know on the Tweety box or on Instagram. I'm at Radio ABFTP. Coming up, a couple tunes that have to do with monies. We're staying in the money theme. We've heard from Mark Knopfler on the Randy Newman tune a few minutes ago. He's coming up again with Sting on a tune that was one of my favorite music videos growing up. We'll also hear from another Johnny, a fairly disgruntled Johnny, later on in the show. But first, I saw something online that said, that moment Sunday night when you're crabby because you did absolutely nothing all day and have to go to work tomorrow. That pretty much fits my mood every weekend, as Sunday is also my I don't have to run day. The first single from their second album, Different Light, a tune written by Prince, the Ladies of the Bangles. Manic Monday, you're listening to it on a blast from the past.